Hello, my name is Pickles and today I am going to a shootout. When I get to the scene of the crime there will be an enormous fucking line of cops with their guns drawn aiming towards the entrance to a bank, and it will stretch out for miles and miles on end, along with an assortment of news reporters attempting to draw sympathy for the criminals, a bunch of protesters demanding the cops stand down and let the bank robbers commit all the crimes they want due to some form of oppression, and of course your racial stereotype rainbow, which doesn't bear repeating now, does it? Anyway, I will wait approximately 12 astroseconds before I grow impatient and pull down the pants of the cops and rape them like you have the right to be fucked in the ass. Anything you say can and will be used as tildes for my ass. Is it even possible to use speech as a dildo? Oh fuck it, it's a Pickles video. Why should I care? The D-pick is all in the house. No. Fuck the police. No, this has nothing to do with Ferguson, Missouri. It was a completely random ass idea Shelton Disney one had one day, while he was drawing in Nausuk in my 300-mile long block 20 and prepare for a sexual execution by line of fire. Exclamation point. Peg, that was swell. After raping the cops one of the reporters will come down to where I am and he will say we're here reporting live with Pickles, the self-proclaimed gayest faggot in the universe. Drew, tell us, how does it feel knowing the government is oppressing homosexuals and not allowing them to get married? And I will say look, I honestly don't give a shit about gay rights. I came here to witness a shootout and get caught in the crossfire as a bunch of unnecessary casualties pile up. The reporter will get pissed off and say well fuck you too, I thought you were gay, but you clearly are not, since you don't give a shit about gay. Shut the fuck up and suck my boom. Tonight's forecast calls for a chance of the white stuff. Peg, that was quick and swell. Then the main event will commence. The bank robbers will stand outside with machine guns and proceed to open fire on the cops like while the cops will fire their handguns like bam 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 bang bam bam, and I will jump into the crossfire and drop my pants as I masturbate to the shooting pain like shooting pain. Hit me with your best shot. Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Jesus Christ, this shootout is more violent than RoboCop's. And then I will proceed to join the shootout and do some shooting of my own, like Peg, that was swell. One of the bank robbers will get pissed off and shout at me, yo 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 yo. What the fuck and I will say, did you just say you want to fuck? And he will say no bitch. I mean, why you Mr. Button all over these bitches? That shit ain't dope. And I will reply, you're right, it isn't dope, it's swell. And he will reply, swell, dope, I don't give a fuck no, but it's all best get the fuck out of here or I is eyes your bitch ass. I will sit there speechless and say okay, that's it, you're going to school, your first lesson begins here and now, and he will say fuck that shit, I ain't going to no school, you the class is in session. Your first lesson is don't fuck with Pickles. You've committed one too many word crimes, which is punishable by rape. Who are you honestly fooling with your tough guy talk? And with all that worthless bling, you may as well paint a target in your ass saying shoot me. And speaking of shooting, boom. Headshot. Peg, that was swell. Suddenly after that a SWAT van will show up to deal with the protesters who have suddenly decided to start destroying the entire city, because honest taxpayers are responsible for these crimes, not those who committed the actual crime. They will start firing their beanbag bullets, which will go something like and the impact of the beanbag bullets will go something like and I will stand in front of the protesters as I spread my skeeks and take their beanbag bullets up my ass like I should be in jail by now. Help me, I'm being swatted. Why do people on game streams Get swatted. It's a waste of public resources that should be spent on protecting people. And then I will ship the beanbag bullets back like blow. And this will knock out the SWAT team. But whether it was the fumes of my shit or the impact of the beanbag bullets is up to you, the viewer. Peg, that was swell. Next thing you know, the military will show up, as predicted, and enact martial law. The military officers will start lining up everybody against the wall and feel everybody up to make sure none of us have weapons. And as the officer grabs my crotch, I will get so horny that I will think of it as sex, and out loud start going feel me up, sir. Oh, sir, that's a concealed weapon indeed. Allow me to demonstrate. Peg, that was swell. The officer will say, okay, that's it, you're the first one who's going to fucking die, to which I will say, okay, did you see the news reports? I've been shot by lead rounds, experienced the shooting pain, got my ass swatted, and had a military officer squeeze my crotch so tight I fired my weapon. Do you honestly think I am quivering with fear of your near threat? Go ahead and try your worst. I will then notice that the ground is rumbling, and assume it is an earthquake, but since I am not in California, and am far away from the fault line, I will suddenly realize it's not an earthquake. I will look up into the sky and notice that a fucking space colony is about to come crashing down on the world. I will then look at the officer and say, wait, before you die allow me to at least fuck you in the ass. He will naturally drop his pants and turn around, so I will of course pull his pants up and say no. It's not the same, if there's no struggle. The officer will then say, God damn it, you are indeed one sick fuck, aren't you? And then he will cock his gun and get ready to fire. But before he has a chance I will shout in the officer's face, time to show you the true definition of a sick fuck you maggot, and rape his ass like attention forward thrust. Ramirez, get over here and be my dildo. Is that reference still relevant? Alpha Bravo Charlie. Delta Tango, move the gear up. The Arma series will always be better than Call of Duty. Oh shit, that colony is coming closer. The shiny people. We are all shiny people. Everybody hurts. Sometimes. Wait, why am I referencing REM? And now pitching my rifle like blah 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 blah, and prepare for me to unload an entire magazine. Peg, that was swell. After that the colony will come crashing down, and as it makes impact with the earth it will explode like kaboom. In the aftermath of the explosion I will notice that I am standing in the middle of a crater, and I will stand there feeling sympathetic for -2,000 years, before I will notice the manager's burning corpse. I will then think to myself, do I really want to rape this guy and experience the burning pain? Point. Yes, I do. Oh, burning pain. Oh, burning pain. The chestnuts roasting over an open fire. I seem to be suffering from 5th-degree burns. I know, there's no such thing as 5th-degree burns. But then again, there are no space colonies currently. The world ends with seeking a gay faggot for the end of the world. This video is probably an argument for gun control laws. Ain't nobody that can tame my gun. Peg, that was swell. Oh, baby. This all sounds super D-gun fully mass exploding 100% bulletproof faggotry swell. I think I will go to a shootout right now. Pirates of your ass, please refer to later.